been listening to Jim all week long.
That's what you been listening to all week?
Not this one.
Oh, just period.
I've been listening
The new
to Jim.
one?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
We'll get there.
Scalpers Sports Report. What's happening, everybody? Anybody that get a chance to check us out?
Scalpers.
Got the Facebook Live going on, YouTube Live right now. MZ Studios. Got my man Spider taking care of us tonight on the boards. Myself, Phil. Got my guy, my main man, BG here in the studio with us. So we go hold it down tonight. Send us the music with the 30-second instrumental to the everlasting balling track.
What's happening?
That'll never die. That song ain't going nowhere.
It's still hard.
That song ain't going no fucking
It's still hard.
Dog.
It's just one of them joints.
It is, man.
It's just one of them joints.
It's one of them songs that ain't going nowhere, and legitimately. Because after a while, when the clubs and the DJs and the radio and all that, more or less played it out. I get it. They surely did. They played it out. But that's how it works. But when I tell you, I could listen to that shit right now.
It's one of those. It's like the difference. I was watching somebody. I forget who that was. They were talking about. Well, I think it was Joe. Listening to Joe's joint, and he was talking about the difference between a hit and a smash.
Oh my God!
And that's a smash.
That's a smash.
You know what I'm saying? A hit'll be around for a little while. A smash, you know what I'm saying? You listen to that 10 years from now and it still be a smash.
Yeah, it's a ton. There's a lot. Tons of songs are a smash, but man, oh man, I mean a hit, I should say. But when you got a smash, bro,
oh Jimmy,
Jim Jones is still the test of time, man.
We'll get to Jim. We'll get to Jim later.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the music a little later on in this joint, and a couple of things, always things going on in the sports world, man. Got some interesting stuff. Of course, you got OTAs going on right now. They kind of hit the mandatory joints now. Across the NFL, and everybody's speculating on, the closer eyes are going to be on, of course, the champs, the Patriots, and then also, seeing how everybody's got their eye on Cleveland. Everybody's got their eye on Cleveland.
Well, because we don't know if Odell Beckham is back there yet. He was not there. He not happy in Cleveland, bro. Season ain't even started, and he already on it.
Fucking Cleveland, dog.
He already on it.
And I always had jokes about Ohio and the city of Cleveland, or any city in Ohio for that matter, but from a franchise perspective, this is one of the worst franchises in all the sports history.
It's definitely the most poorly run franchise.
It's up there, dog.
It's up there.
It's up there with like the Lions and shit. Who else is that bad?
But it's proof positive that you can't
Dolphins.
You can't be bad forever. You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's going to be on the upswing, because the Detroit Lions used to be like that. They used to be down there with those poor. They had a terrible GM. That Matt Millen, he screwed them.
Well, Matt Millen made people not want to watch football, period.
Exactly.
He did. When they got into that draft, just think about how when they got into the draft, it was like, man, this dumb motherfucker about to draft 4 receivers.
I was going to say, how many receivers was Matt Millen going to draft?
This big dummy about to draft 4 fucking receivers.
Come on, man.
and then like an old lineman in the 6th round. This is something dumb.
But yeah, like I said, back to Cleveland, Odell Beckham Jr., I still think he kind of hurt over the whole New York situation. I think he's still kind of
I would see that. Everything happened really abruptly. You know what I mean? It happened really abrupt. Well, at least from the outside looking in. I know Giants fans, they kind of had their ears to the streets a little closer, or fans of Odell Beckham, period. But
I think the Giants are insane. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an insane choice to trade Odell Beckham Jr. and keep Eli Manning. That's insane.
That is insane. And
you would trade. Arguably, people are arguing, the best wide receiver in the league. I think he's along the lines of number 3. But
shit,
still
against
the
whole that's
amazing. For a shot QB that's on his last leg, that dude's shot.
Yeah, he done.
He's finished.
He done.
And you traded your future.
I've watched several Eli games the last 2-3 years and was looking like, damn, he got to pass the 50, huh?
So
good job. That was pretty good for the night.
I'd be mad if I was Saquon. Because ain't nobody scared of Sterling Shepard. Ain't nobody gonna double Sterling Shepard.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna double Sterling Shepard. Nobody's
just on the fact that that's just not gonna happen.
No, nobody's gonna double Golden Tate.
Nope.
No, you know. Nope. And so you just stack 8 in the box and beat up Saquon Barkley all year long, and single cover everybody.
And it's funny you say that because it was a moment here. When Tate went to Detroit, he did attract a couple double teams then, and that's kind of how their offense was drawn up more or less to do that.
Yeah.
But at that moment, still, he was kind of like, he was in his more or less, what do they call it? Like kind of like in his twilight years. Ultimately, like he was in a better part of his career during that time. When he went over to Detroit. Right. It's on decline now. It's just
he's not bad.
It's just a natural regression of a wide receiver.
Nobody's gonna double him at this point in his career. And like I said, ain't nobody gonna double Sterling Shepard. And I mean, Evan Ingram, he's good, but he had problems staying on the field. So if I was Saquon, I mean, all you got to do is,
I agree.
I mean, you stack 8 in the box and beat him up the whole time.
Leave him the fuck up.
And your QB is prone to throwing picks.
Oh my God,
he loves to throw picks.
Eli is a pig throwing son of a bitch. Eli will get that bitch out of his hands, dog. You hear me? He ain't trying to take no hit, dog.
He gonna throw it to somebody. It may not be the dude on his team, but he gonna throw it to somebody.
I'm gonna complete a pass tonight. I'm gonna complete a pass, motherfucker.
But yeah, man, OBJ, man, I think he hurt. But the reason why I say it's a bad thing, I mean, they were voluntary workouts. I mean, but this is your first year in a new system with a QB who hadn't even completed an entire season yet.
Right.
It looks like that you would want to get your timing down with him. And, spend as much time with him as you possibly can. Get your timing down with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
get him help your young ass quarterback get around this curve of not just learning, but just learning with each other, like you said, the timing piece.
Exactly.
Nah, he ain't do that. He ain't doing that.
Hey,
give a fuck, dog. He don't care.
Hey,
he don't care, dog.
He got the big payday.
He got money, so he ain't worried about no money.
The air is working. You hear me? The air is working.
You cold, dog?
Hey, dog. The air is working. But yeah, hey, man. Like I said,
he ain't worried about no money. He ain't worried about no fame. He don't give a fuck, man. I'm just saying that's just a sign of a person that don't care.
Yeah.
If they just doing whatever they kind of want to do, like it'd be a difference if what they did kind of was mirroring, like, oh, that looked like a leader. He's in there, da 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 da. I don't think any of that's going on right now.
No,
at all.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live, man. This Scalpers, man. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely,
y'all tuning in.
Yeah, so it's just that shit is just weird. But when it's all said and done, the league still has to do. Every team that's made some moves, they still gotta, get through their training camps and this and that. I think another interesting piece, which has nothing to do primarily with the game itself. They said somebody reported Le'Veon got robbed.
Yeah, it was like wasn't it his girl? I think it was his girl, and they stole like $500,000 worth of jewelry.
It was a woman. I ain't gonna say his girl, but it was a woman. Definitely stole $500,000 worth of jewelry.
Oh, it was supposedly his girl. A woman stole from him. I thought it was somebody who was stealing his girl jewelry. It was his jewelry.
You know what? It about don't matter whose jewelry it was.
Yeah.
Y'all out there real loose.
Yeah.
Real fucking loose. And motherfuckers got to be careful, man. You got too much money, too much fame. Everybody, your face been plastered all. From a football perspective, your face been plastered all over the TV for the wrong reasons. Everybody know you are. You been a target. You been a target, man. And you in New York now? You a double target, brother.
I see somebody on my boy Jason. What's up, Jason? He said it's his 2 girlfriends.
Fucking goofball, man. Goofy. You a fucking goofball, brother. So, and that's I just threw that out there just mainly to say it's just another situation like him keeping, him having his face in the news or name in the news for non-football reasons. And I don't wish nothing on him. And then you go fucking look up. I don't wish this, but it's like, and then if he have some bogus ass injury, to take him out for 6 to 8 games, and it's like all that shit was for nothing.
Yeah.
You could just stayed your ass where you were at.
Yeah.
And but more or less whatever. But football goes on and will go on, but shit like that just kind of like irks me. Like, you got all the talent and abilities in the world, and you fucking it off. But
I wasn't mad at him for wanting to get paid. I wasn't mad at him.
Nah, nobody would be mad at anybody for wanting to get paid. I just don't necessarily care for the way in which you go about it. I hate that. I think that's just.
You didn't like him sitting out the whole year?
Well, I didn't like him. First of all, I didn't like his agent making it as if it was okay. Like, you have a person representing you that's actually guiding you through this, and they're guiding you through the wrong shit. And apparently, everything wasn't hunky-dory on the Jets side for this to even go down. Not saying that it's Le'Veon and his camp's fault, but now anything you do in New York is going to be magnified, even though y'all are the Jets and y'all in the shadows of the Giants. Anything you do in New York is going to be magnified times 20. So I don't like it. I don't like how his agent played it. He was going to get the money out of Pittsburgh regardless. They just had the condition on there to say, make a long story short, we just want to make sure you're playing full seasons, because he hadn't been, and it wasn't always injury related.
Yeah,
this motherfucker got suspended twice for weed, bro.
Yeah, he did get suspended twice, and he did take an injury, but for the last at least 2 years, he had been playing, and he had been arguably the best running back in the league. And he didn't want to get Earl Thomas. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. But, one thing that stood out to me, we don't have to rehash that because that definitely was last year. But one thing that stood out to me is, his standing with the team and how his teammates felt about him. Because at the beginning of the season, when they told him, when reporters would ask him about it, they turned on him immediately. So what that said to me was that they've been having a problem with you.
Yeah, this ain't overnight, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't liked him for a very long time.
Like, almost to the point, whether it be him or James Harrison or Antonio Brown.
They didn't do that with Antonio Brown when he got
No, they didn't. But I mean, I put it like, just from the point of once you get on the platform or however you choose to kind of like voice your opinion. In my eyes, I be thinking like, you ain't fooling everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
The way that you going about shit and this and that, on your side of it, this shit ain't just happened overnight.
Right.
You've either been harboring some shit or they've been talking to you, because they're not gonna just, most great franchises are not gonna just hold on to shit. They're gonna call you in a meeting. They're gonna have you in their offices.
Right.
And if it keep happening multiple times, then that's when they're willing to move on.
Brandon, what up?
And then that's what I've noticed just in professional sports, period. But a lot of these guys, listen, these aren't your first time. These aren't first time situations. It might be first or a few times that we hear about shit.
Right.
That shit
right.
new.
Yeah, it's been going on.
Yeah. So let's get into some really good news. Really good news. And you don't necessarily think so. Carson Wentz, $128 million extension. Young dude got his paper.
Hey.
Got his paper though.
I understand. Yes, yes, Cedric, I am sensitive about the Steelers. Yes, I am.
Always. Shit, he ain't being alone, Cedric.
Carson Wentz, hey, I understand why you did it. Would I have done it? I don't know.
Carson Wentz
and he was taking season-ending injuries. We're not talking about little ankle sprains. We're talking about tearing your entire knee up. We're talking about your back. Right. You know what I'm saying? And now, you don't have that fail-safe in the back of him. You know what I'm saying? He gone now. Do you think 100 said they gave him 128, not 100? They gave him 128. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how much. Does it say how much of it was guaranteed? They didn't Kirk Cousins them, did they?
Let me take a look. And you know what? Everything Kirk Cousins stole a lot of money out of the NFL. Guarantees. Yeah, it was all timing. It was all timing. It ain't none of this his fault. Because even when
I don't blame him for taking it.
And you know what? I don't particularly blame the Redskins for paying it, because it was almost like, and pay who?
Vikings.
Well, Redskins and Redskins for just constantly putting the franchise.
They franchise tag. Ooh, $100 million guarantee. Ooh.
Over 107 guaranteed.
Ooh.
The deal can escalate to a max of 144.
Ooh.
He said Wentz's
Yikes.
total deal is now 6 years, 154 million guaranteed, and could grow to 170 million. When I say the boy got his own money, I mean the boy got his own money.
That's a lot of cheese whiz.
That's a lot of cheese whiz.
That's a lot of cheese
But
whiz.
he did lead them to the playoffs.
I mean, he led them to the playoffs.
He got them to be a playoff team.
I mean, but what did he do?
Though.
Yeah, he's a good QB. I'm not saying that he's not Kirk Cousins, but look at the way he performed the year after that when he came back. He was still kind of struggling, and not all of it was
fucking with that injury,
trusting that knee.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
But franchise QBs are hard to find. I understand. I understand why they did it.
Well, the market already went up anyway. It went up like crazy anyway. So it's like, well, shit.
Yeah.
He was gonna have to. What did Stafford get, like 140 or something crazy?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's only a matter of time before we start seeing what better QBs or QBs that have had like noticeably greater success, especially being young. Yeah. They go give him that. they go give him that. Because then it's going to taper off like a motherfucker. Like, he's going to get this one. Unless he just blows it out of the water over time. And, it makes sense that we see this. And it's probably very top-heavy. And then it might taper off because they don't really break it down with this short write-up I'm looking at now.
Well, and the good thing for Philly is that the NFC East is trash. The NFC East is trash. It's a 2-team race. It's gonna be Dallas and Philly. Washington is gonna be Washington. They're gonna be trash.
And you know what?
And Alex Smith, isn't he? He's not gonna recover from that like quick.
No.
Is he? He ain't gonna be ready week 1.
Fuck no.
No, he ain't gonna be ready week 1. So
he ain't young. Shit.
Yeah, Alex Smith is out of there. So Washington gonna be trash, and New York's gonna be treated to dash. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be
hot garbage.
Yeah, they're gonna be terrible. So it's a 2-team. It's a 2-team race.
Shit, truth be told, Dallas be like an injury away from being nothing.
Dallas
injury away from not.
I go hard on Dallas,
nothing.
But as long as they keep that defense intact, they play. They have an identity now.
Yeah, they do.
They have an identity now.
Yeah,
run the ball and play good defense. That's what their identity is. And as long as they're able to continue that, I think they can still, remain competitive.
Yeah.
They're not going to be
they'll
complete
compete,
garbage.
They'll compete for sure with a healthy Dak.
Are they gonna go ahead and pay him because that whole contract situation?
They gotta pay.
Looming.
If he don't at least get Wentz numbers, there's something wrong. He makes them relevant. As a QB, they're relevant.
Oh,
they're relevant as hell because they went from, injury prone.
He ain't the best player on the team though. He ain't the best player on the offense.
He's the quarterback though. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. He's a quarterback, and he's a really, really good quarterback. And
he all right.
He doesn't fuck off on the field. Off the field.
Yeah. I mean, and
they got it. Their best player fucks up off the field a little too often.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like you said, he doesn't mess up off the field. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he has a lot of leverage. You know what I'm saying? He has a ton of leverage. Been in the league 3 years. Went to playoffs two times.
Yep.
Won them their second playoff game in like a quarter century.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, he has a lot of leverage in that. And who else you gonna get? Ain't nobody behind him.
Nope. He got youth. He's got a level head on the field. He doesn't screw up terribly.
I think he's good for the identity of that team.
Hell yeah.
He's not in a Aaron Rodgers type situation where it's either Aaron Rodgers plays well or we're gonna be trash.
Hell no. He ain't got that going on at all.
Yeah.
The best, like you said, you got a lot of stuff working for him. They got, honestly, aside from Wentz, this is the contract everybody's really like wondering what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
This is the one. Le'Veon was another one, but Le'Veon actually got offered money by the Steelers, and he just
which we found out
decided.
later. We didn't find that out till later.
That's what I'm saying. So, but this is the one after we saw year 1, and we knew how everything kind of got restructured for rookies and years ago. Everybody knew Jerry got to pay that motherfucker.
You ain't gonna have no choice. I think me personally, like I said, I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan by any stretch of the imagination.
And not even Jerry. I'm sorry. What's his son's name?
What
Jerry Jones' son's name? Lil Jerry. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Lil Jerry.
I
total the line, motherfucker.
I'm not a Cowboys fan by any stretch of the imagination.
At
but
all.
I actually thought he took a little bit too much heat for his second year.
Absolutely, yeah.
Your running back was stupid, and he got himself suspended. Dez Bryant was having the worst year of his career. He was throwing balls, and it was hitting Dez. I watched balls hit Dez in the face, in the chest, in the hands.
It wasn't a good year for the man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't a good year.
And it was
for
him.
For a really good receiver at the end of the day.
That team was decimated with injury. And
you got a second-year fucking quarterback.
And you're a second-year QB. I thought he took a little too much flack. Man, I thought he took a little too much flack.
Again, QB, go get the brunt of the bullshit.
Exactly.
Or the QB,
and then
go get all of the fucking praise.
And then the next year, he had a healthy team, and he won a playoff game. And you know what I'm saying?
And the defense was balling like their ass off.
Defense is, they front seven is mean.
That's all they need. Because with a guy like that.
That secondary been trash for 20 years.
It's hard to get a good secondary, so people don't give secondaries too much hell unless it's your team. When it be your team, you get your secondary all kind of hell. Because truthfully, most secondaries are bad due to rule changes.
Yeah.
Because it ain't a whole lot.
They haven't had a good safety since Darren Woodson.
Dog, most teams don't have good safeties ever. This is in history. So... And they don't run certain off defenses because of that.
Yeah.
But when it's down to, these guys will have some youth and experience and so many good things that they put together, they can give him great field position a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he don't have to throw downfield too much, and he could play around with certain schemes and this and that. Like, it's really, really a good situation for a guy like that. And he'll do better, and he does better in short to mid-range yardage type of plays. And it just keeps his accuracy there. He ain't got to move around too much. He stays in the pocket a lot more than what I thought he would.
Right.
But that's a testament to trusting your line. Like, he's just in a really good situation.
Right. He's in a decent situation.
And his money
Dallas is a decent team. Like I say, their division
like you said,
is super trash.
It's a 2-team run.
Yeah, their division is super trash. So that's an advantage right there.
Yeah, their thing is going to have to be to stay focused outside of them 8 divisional games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where their tests go ultimately come from. Aside from having to play against Philly, but we already know that.
And as long as they don't get bit by that injury bug.
That's a crapshoot.
Injuries can decimate a team. It can ruin a season.
Any team.
Yeah,
so,
at any time.
Yeah, I always leave that in my back pocket. But for what they got going on, they go contend. Just outright. A lot of young good talent on that squad. And I wonder how they go replace Cole. I don't know how they go replace him, but
yeah,
that's hard to find a slot guy like that.
He
man.
Mad about it too. He mad about that too.
This home for him, man. Cole Beasley been playing football in Dallas for how long, bro?
People be mad when they get traded. Why are you getting mad because you get traded?
It's home though for him. This home for him though. That's a difference.
Yeah.
SMU. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're a hometown kid.
Home like a motherfucker.
I feel it.
I don't know where he went to high school at, but it had to be local.
Dez was super depressed. That's all he could talk about.
This is virtually home for him, though.
That's all he could talk about on his Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was down.
He went to New Orleans at least. They shipped Cole Beasley to fucking Buffalo. I'd be pissed too.
I'd be mad as hell too, man. Shit, I'm flying home to Detroit tomorrow night, and I'm wondering how my body gonna react. It's cold in the boat. It's cold in the summertime.
See him up there with Nathan Oh no, that's right. He got cut. That's
Nathan
right.
Peterson.
Nathan Peterman. But yeah, definitely.
Oh, Peterman. Peterman.
Yeah.
The Peterman got cut.
Yeah.
Good.
Finally.
The hell.
Finally. But definitely looking forward to football because it's about to hit a rough part of the year where it's going to be the end of the NBA finals and You know, you got baseball. It's gonna be slow, but
it's gonna be slow until All-Star break. After All-Star break, all hell break loose.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball, because you know who playing for that playoff spot.
Yeah,
and that's what you're looking at. You worried about spots like 4 through 8.
yeah. But I'm telling you, the home run derby sneak up on me every year. It sneak up on me every year.
Yeah, because it's always on a damn weekday.
Exactly.
And I'll be sitting there either in the gym or the grocery store like, what's going on?
mean,
Why
like,
so
damn.
many people excited online?
I'm like, damn, it's the home run derby already?
It's not like I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
They got to have it down here soon. Once
Yeah.
they're done with the stadium.
Yeah.
Hey, look, family day out.
Yeah. Because I
Bring the
want
kids.
I want to see old Judge. I want to
Yeah.
see Judge.
It's gonna be another hot bat by then too. It's gonna be another hot bat by
That boy
then.
is huge.
Man, I want to see that cat in person. I want to see that cat in person. What, he 6'6"?
Yeah, something like that.
I want to see that cat in person.
Yeah.
Because baseball players already be wide back as hell. Oh,
Yeah.
that dude probably,
That dude's huge.
that dude got to be big as hell, brother.
Yeah, that boy.
That's gonna be something to see.
That boy
He'll-
damn near LeBron. That boy damn near
LeBron to baseball.
LeBron on a baseball
On the
diamond.
baseball, yeah. He on the mic. He's gonna be here. What's dog that played? Stanton.
Mhm.
Stanton probably still gonna be good to go by then. Man, it's gonna be another hot bat by then. That's my whole point. It's gonna be another hot bat by then. But all the stars, I think the same stars we've seen the last 2 years, they'll still be there.
Yeah,
They'll still be there. But I don't even talk about baseball till after the All-Star break.
for sure.
I just don't.
sure.
Because for me, it's like it's on behind us right now. What we got? Philly.
For sure. Hey,
What game is it?
Toronto, New York.
New York
Yankees,
up-
Yankees, Jays.
Toronto.
Yeah.
New York up 6-1.
Before we
Yeah,
get
I
into
don't know.
before we get into basketball, I don't want to forget about this. Did we talk about Anthony Joshua?
What we about to do it now? Well, the fight was it this past weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we ain't talk about none of that.
No.
We ain't talking
What-
about the lead up because nobody had the fight on their radar, bro.
What
It
in
was
the
a tune
whole
up.
he-
I thought it was a tune up.
What in the whole hell happened to Anthony Joshua?
Got his block knocked off.
Hey, I tell you what I think happened. I didn't watch the entire fight front to back. The clips that I saw, you know what it looked like to me. It looked like that he just saw this dude and was just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch him. You know what I'm saying? He
Man,
totally overlooked boy. He totally overlooked buddy. You know what I'm saying? And got his face knocked out. Didn't he
So
knock him down
sad.
like twice in the first round? It was
I
the
didn't-
first or the third.
Man, listen. Only highlight I saw was his fist hitting his face
He
and his
got
face hitting the
knocked
ground.
down like twice.
And it was still pretty early in that fight.
Like
that was a-
that's what I'm saying. Like the first, it was either first round or the third round. He got knocked down twice.
Let me tell you something, man. That brother going on late night talk shows, and he told Drake to stay away from him. Like he milking this for everything it's worth. And they already trying to set up a rematch.
If you Joshua, you got to.
Andy Ruiz. What? Because Andy Ruiz Jr. deserves all the fame he can get out of this because he defeated who was supposed to be the contender, the heavyweight contender to Wilder next. Although it's need to be Wilder Fury Part 2.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of controversy still to me looming around that. I thought Fury impressed me. That
There you
fight.
go.
I'm still impressed by Fury in that fight. But this
Deontay Wilder
comical.
lost that fight to me.
That's what I'm saying.
You got 2 knockdowns, but he whooped your ass for 8 rounds.
He whipped your ass for 8
rounds. He beat you up.
And the knockdowns, dog was popping right back up.
Exactly.
Like
you know
he
what
just
I'm
had a
saying?
shot of espresso. Like, yo,
I
I'm ready. Let's
he
go.
lost. But a dude at my job, I talked to John. He was just like, did he do enough to beat the champ? Did he do enough to take the belts
That he
away
did
from
not.
him? He did not.
He was
I
gonna
understand. but-
gonna need one of them knockdowns to be his.
Yeah.
In order for that to be what it was.
Yeah.
Right.
But he beat him up for 8 rounds.
So where we at now? This Ruiz Joshua 2 was gonna happen, and that's still a joke. I hope Ruiz beat his ass again. I hope Ruiz beat his ass for real. Like I hope Ruiz really trains this time.
Yeah.
Even slims down a little bit, get a little bit more cut to his body, and knock his ass down constantly. I hope, because apparently,
why is everybody against Joshua? Why?
Well, he was dodging like a motherfucker, like 2 years ago or something like that. Like the Wilder conversation, and Wilder was ready. And from what I could tell, I mean, it's like, does Wilder ever not look ready? But Wilder appeared to be ready to take care of it at whatever point. I don't remember what the whole, hubbub was about as far as why they didn't make it happen, but it was more so on Joshua's side.
Yeah.
His camp wouldn't move forward and try to set up a date, blah, blah, blah. I think we see why. Your chin, man, we got a soft-ass face.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Glass jaw.
Glass Joe.
Glass
Joshua shit. So, you the man up on, the wrong tune-up fight.
Because Wilder gonna catch you. Man. Oh, God, he gonna catch you.
When he catch any man, it's curtains. You know what I mean? So, even with Fury was eating punches, but Fury defense was really good that fight, too.
Yeah.
We need to see that Fury as fight.
You got to have a strong chin. You got to make Wilder box.
You got to make him box.
You got to make him box, not fight. You challenge him to a fight, you're going to get washed.
That's his career.
You box him. You know what I'm saying?
Career. You box him, you going to challenge him. And then he got to tighten up, too.
Yeah.
Then he not throwing them haymakers. He not dropping his hands
because
and blah, blah, blah.
It's this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He going to land you with one of them big motherfuckers. Punches.
He gonna get you.
Please.
Like you say, like I said, you got to have a chin and you got to make him box. Make him box. I thought Joshua would be the one to challenge him and make him box.
That was everybody's impression. Yeah. Oh, Joshua looks cleaner. He's got a great build. He's a nice big fighter. Just you want to see two
big boy.
Yeah, you want to see two big motherfuckers and duke it out.
Yeah.
Not with that chin, no, cuz.
Nah.
That mashed potato ass chin, soft as hell. Soft as hell. Man. Your chin been baked and broiled. Yeah. Soft chin ass, sauteed. Double baked potato face. Soft.
Terrible.
And
terrible. Charles Barkley.
and just out of nowhere, I just happened to see this. Looking at ESPN, Zab Judah attempts another comeback at 41. He might be in that good enough shape because I know Zab Judah. He trying to pull a B-hop. I don't know.
That was a tough dude, boy.
Shit, he still is. I know.
Bernard Hopkins.
B-hop beating up somebody in that AARP line for the movies. He whooping on somebody else right now, trying to get tickets to see Mother or something. What's the name? Ma? The new scary movie. He beat somebody else. What?
I heard it's trash. I haven't seen it.
I was really hoping for the opposite because I wanted to see a good scary flick.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard it was kind
of disappointing. Damn.
But
thanks for saving me like $20.
What else is related to boxing? You heard about Whack 100 going on Mike Tyson podcast and getting his ass
punched. I'm not a fan of Whack 100. Let me ask you a
question. There's some. I'm not soft. You know what I'm saying? But there's some ass whippings I'm just not gonna take. Period. Point blank. I'm just not gonna take some.
My conflict resolution skills will be on 100.
Come on, man. That is still Mike. Have you seen Mike Tyson move at what is he like 50?
Dog. First of all, sir, my apologies to you. I didn't come here for this.
Hey, man.
Period.
Come on, man.
Oh my God.
There's some beatings you don't have to take.
Oh my God.
That's one of them I'm not gonna take.
Shit, man. I'm not either.
Nah.
I'm not either. Nobody.
Mike?
I'm not. Those are words I've never heard in my life. I want to fight Mike Tyson.
No.
Never heard those words come out of a man. Will Smith wrote a song about it. Never did it in real life.
Yeah.
That was pure fictional, everyone.
Nah, man.
I'm not. No,
you don't have to take that ass.
A 50-year-old Mike Tyson punch and knock out a 20-year-old anybody.
Did you see him move when he was showing?
He was at a coffee shop or something. Yeah. I saw that. That looked scary as shit.
You still see the hand speed. Now he doesn't have, actual boxing contending hand speed. It's way faster than regular people.
One thing the internet will bless you with is photos, photographic evidence of people fighting, and it's never quick. No normal civilian throws hands very fast. Professionals like a Mike Tyson, that's different. When
is the last time he fought?
Shit, 2000, early 2000s,
Well over a decade.
Easily over a decade.
Well over a decade, and his hand speed is still fire.
And you know what? And he's more mentally stable now. Fuck no, I don't want to fight Mike Tyson.
No.
Would have coked up when I might have had a shot at it.
Yeah, whack.
Well,
That wasn't the move.
That was not the spot.
That was not the move.
For a person who's managing artists and has a reputation of apparently making some smart decisions in life, that ain't one.
That was one of the worst ones.
You got your ass whooped on the podcast.
Yeah, on his podcast. First off, I didn't even know Mike Tyson had a podcast.
It's pretty good.
I know it is.
Hot boxing.
I know it
good.
is.
I watched the one with him and Mike Epps. I watched that episode. But the dopest part to me with Mike Tyson is
what choice does it have other than to be good? You're sitting talking to Mike Tyson.
I'm thinking of him and his stories of things like whether it be with marijuana. He talks about his farm. He's got like a retreat where it's basically farmland, but it's a weed farm. So
for real?
Yeah, it's like a resort basically for marijuana. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to say I'm about positive it's in Nevada because that's pretty much been his stomping grounds for God knows how long now.
Yeah.
But I want to say it's Nevada because it's also like it's been legalized fully there. So a person like that who lives there and got the connections and some money, they like, shit, first dibs. I want to do it this way, and boom. So I'll have to look again, but he's got his own ranch, man, and hearing stories like that or hearing stories with him, kind of like in his journey through life and what type of dope he may have done. Not all, crazy stories. Some dope he's done has actually helped him mentally and spiritually.
Man,
so
Mike Tyson was even doing
stories, dog.
One man. You see him when he was
doing
that
one man show.
You saw it?
I saw that one man. I didn't see it live. I saw it when it came on cable. I did a few years ago, man. Speaking of shows and athletes, got to see the Ron Artest documentary Quiet Storm on Showtime.
I know that's dope.
Man, from beginning to end, and the part that jumps out the best for me is, we're starting to see, kind of like that whole people we follow get their recognition or, their roles is why they're here type of situation.
Right.
So in this case, it showcased him in not so good of a light and how he came out of that. But then you also see that blend of hip hop and sports immediately. Capone from Capone and Noriega is his cousin.
I did not know that.
Who was also one of the best hoopers in the neighborhood.
Okay.
His dad was a professional. Oh no, I'm sorry. Ron Artest's dad was an amateur boxer.
Okay.
Didn't know that. Makes a lot of fucking sense though.
Yeah, it does.
His brothers both hooped. His younger brother was also a kind of like more or less like a top prospect locally. His older brother could play ball as well, but he serving time.
Mm-hmm.
So you got that dynamic. His dad used to push him and make him, get the best out of him in rugged situations. Parents split. Dad never left though. That's dope as hell.
Yeah.
A lot of the mental issues appeared to be hereditary, so they all had to work through that over time and this and that. Him, Lamar Odom, the AAU team. Him, Lamar Odom, Eric Barkley, and somebody else that was known. And then, and actually, they all played on the same AAU team. I feel like I'm missing like one other person. Then you got the St. John's situation where he pretty much put St. John's back on the map.
Yeah.
Very quickly, and was a force the moment he got there. And he basically just went to school locally. Yeah. He did everything right there.
Right there at the house.
Played at a private school. So they talk a lot about that, which I'm sure you probably just heard it throughout basketball talks throughout his story and his life. And they even talk about that where you would notice different episodes of his highs and his lows and how his attitude would change and just.
I remember watching him one time and he was talking about when he was playing for the Bulls.
Yeah.
That during halftime he would go across the street to the liquor store and like get a pint and drink and then go back to the locker room and then come back out on the court
and come and hoop.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Well, you got situations that kind of had a buzz to it like that. And that motherfucker had a part-time job at Circuit City, dog. Elton Brand was in it. He told that story. He said he had a part-time job. I remember hearing about this, but we don't have resources like we do now to really tap into the truth of this stuff. He had a part-time job at Second City. He said he used to go pick him up before the game. Like, he had like an actual schedule, and then like Jerry Krause had to make him stop.
Why are you doing this?
Why are you working with? Why are you making $12 an hour?
Why are you doing this?
And with no, probably ain't get commission. And like, why are you here?
Why are you doing that?
But you know, he had his track throughout the league. Man, got drafted by the Bulls. He was there with Ed. That's who else was on the AAU team. It was fucking Elton Brand. I knew I couldn't remember somebody. So think about that. You next to NBA greatness already.
Oh yeah.
And Lamar Odom was the best in a neighborhood by that point. I mean, shit, they said Elton Brand had a growth spurt from like 6'1" to 6'7" between like a year and a half or something wild. It was already playing point guard.
That's nuts.
So everything we knew, like, oh man, this left-handed guy.
Kind of like Anthony Davis. He had that big growth spurt.
Yeah, so
he was playing point guard.
It just naturally transferred with the height.
Right.
But you had not just Capone, which was his cousin. You also had Noriega in the documentary. Jermaine O'Neal spoke about, very, very truthfully about their relationship.
Right.
You had, can't remember the coach's name out of St. John's. You had, a few words from him. It just had a lot of great folks that were close to him and can really show their side of, like, just seeing him develop as a man. But overall, he did develop. That was
Showtime been on it,
all.
Man. That's the second one.
They
in
did
a row.
AIs too.
Oh, they did AIs?
They did. They the ones did.
They've been
AI.
on it. That Wu-Tang documentary was dope. And this Ron Artest documentary, I'm gonna watch it when I get to the house.
They doing the right thing, and definitely watch that. A lot of stuff is just information you already either you knew and you just didn't know the right detail of it,
right?
Or it's like
and I know they
slept up under you.
And I know they talk about the Malice at the Palace.
They go through that. Yeah, they go through that. They go through him. His relationships and how they kind of got.
I bet that was
dope
for you being from Detroit. I bet that was.
Well,
I bet that was a moment. That was a moment for everybody.
Yeah, it was totally that. But I'll say, by and large, it was just like rehashing what was already known, because I remember seeing like the news releases in print on 10 o'clock news, and it wasn't just that guy that they had cases against. The Pistons organization banned a lot of people from coming to them games.
Yeah,
because if you was that guy that I remember seeing, like a guy was a black guy had threw a chair, and it zoomed in on his ass on TV, and you like, oh, that motherfucker's never coming to a game.
Ever again.
It was just so many people. But check out the Ron Artest documentary, man. It's gonna take you back into some good places, and the beauty of it all is because mental health is a conversation that virtually everybody is having, because we've ignored it as human beings for God knows how long. It's a bigger testament to that and how to overcome that, and it's not going to be mirrored. It's not going to be mirrored amongst everybody on what that looks like.
Yeah.
So to see that part of it too, man, it's a beautiful thing. So definitely check that out. The Malice in the Palace piece, though, has me segue into something that will ultimately move us into talking about some hoops anyway. We know the ending of last night's game, series 2-1. We get all that part. Thinking about the Malice in the Palace, and now you got this big dummy. What's this guy name?
With this minority owner.
What's this idiot's name?
He's a minority owner. For those who don't know what we're talking about, in last night's game, it was Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. Kyle Lowry is running out of bounds to catch a loose ball, and one of the minority owners was sitting there on the sideline. And you know how they jump into the crowd trying to get the loose ball. This minority owner takes it upon himself to put his hands on Kyle Lowry and push him when he's not even really involved in any of it.
Bruh, listen, I'm talking. This motherfucker was 2 seats away from where Kyle Lowry, dove for a loose ball, and that's already an obvious, caution for any fans right there.
Right.
And then I'm sure the ushers, and it's on your ticket. It's always something that reminds you. It's like getting the exit row in the plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? or just the fact like, yeah,
And
objects are closer than what they appear, motherfucker. So
Exactly.
you gonna have to protect your shit.
the level of comfort that people have touching these NBA players and these professional athletes is mind-boggling to me. Why you feel that you can do this to another grown man is
That's beyond me.
I mean, forget about professional athlete has a lot to do with it because he's way bigger and way stronger than you. But the level of comfort that people have, that shit is mind-boggling to me. I feel Westbrook. I feel him. People think they can say anything to him. They think they can touch him. They want to become a part of the game. You don't want to be a part of the game.
You don't want to be a part of the game, or your ass would have been hooping. You don't. So we don't know you from playing this game not ever one time. It wasn't just a push. It was the go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah. No. All right. They had
Like, dog.
there was this video on Facebook, and it was a video.
I'm looking up his name, by the way, right now.
Yeah, it was a video on Facebook, and the subject was just kind of the messed up things that fans say to players. It was one of the home games for Golden State, and Cleveland was it was the end of the game. LeBron is walking off the court, and this chick, I think it was like a high school band or something that had played at the game, whatever it was, and this chick in the band just hollers out. She screams out as LeBron is walking by. This white chick. She says, "Hey LeBron, how does it feel to be a bitch ass nigga?" I'm talking about close.
No.
I'm talking about from me to Spider. I'm not talking about I'm in the stands and he's on the court. I'm talking about from me to Spider.
Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the level of comfort that these people have saying whatever they think. You think you can say whatever you want to another grown man? That shit is mind-boggling to me.
Bruh.
That's nuts.
That's beyond nuts.
That's nuts.
That's
like the player or not, that's nuts.
That's beyond. Mark Stevens is the guy's name. Tech investor, by the way, too. Of course, he's out in the fucking Silicon Valley. But you're just a shitbag, man. You're a shitty dude, man. That dude ain't do nothing to you but play against your team. It wasn't no war cry or no battle. You weren't shit.
Involved. You weren't involved. He didn't land on you.
You're replaceable. Your money is replaceable.
I think he's like you said, he's a minority investor. He's not anybody important.
You're replaceable.
They banned him. The last time I saw on ESPN, they fined him like $500,000 and banned him for a year. They banned him for a year.
They go call Players Association about to call for more than that.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
Players Association
was like,
don't be fucking cool, around. So it ain't heavy enough. It's not.
Players Association don't be fucking around. But as a quick action, let that be a quick action.
Yeah.
Because I would dare to say they did that before they knew that he was yelling obscenities at him too. Yeah. But overall, that's just too much. That's just too much.
Oh yeah.
The other folks around and all that, and then I almost want to say it was another idiot that was probably doing some yelling too. That's too much. Hey, you think these are fucking zoo animals or something?
Dude, I saw there was another guy, little short dude, maybe 5'6", 5'7". You trying to buck up to Montrezl Harrell. Man, come on, man. He's trying. Hey, Spider, you know what he looks like.
Yeah, that dude's big.
Man, come on, man.
Harrell is one of the most athletic, tall, strongest young cats in the league, dog.
Come on,
what
man.
Are you doing?
And he's trying to go into the tunnel, but you're trying to engage him. And Montrezl Harrell, to his credit, he's trying to let him make it. He tried to let him make it, right. And then
it's gonna go bad. It's gonna go bad. It's gonna be worse than the Malice in the Palace. It's gonna get worse than that. That's gonna be lightweight compared to what's gonna happen in one of these games. Because everybody don't. You grow up, you could be playing with your cousin and blah blah blah, and maybe they, some people just had them knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah,
you don't know. Put it like aside from the situation with Steven Jackson and all them boys that was in Indiana. Aside from that, because that was like shit, like a fucking bomb went off. and they had to defend themselves.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a one-man situation. It might be a WNBA player. It could be them too.
Or somebody gonna get punched in the face.
Punch square in their shit. Cause you out here talking bad
Somebody's
like one of these women ballers won't bust your shit. Somebody gonna say
get punched
something.
in the face.
You don't know, man. You don't know what kind of defense
Goody for you.
mechanisms people got up.
Hey man, goody for you.
I can't wait, bruh.
No, goody for you.
So we all pretty much understand the results of yesterday, which aren't really unexpected when you don't have two of the best scorers on the team playing.
Any team, I mean, regardless of the fact that it's Klay Thompson, and you know, for those who just came on, there's a couple of people that came on my Facebook Live. Appreciate y'all. Hey, and my sister, what's up, Regina?
What up, Regina?
It was Game 3, the NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors. Klay Thompson didn't play. Kevin Durant did not play. Kevin Durant is also out for Game 4. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that.
He is out for Game 4.
I'm not surprised.
But Steph Curry gave everything that he possibly had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at Steph Curry. He busted 47 in the game, and you know, the Raptors did exactly what they needed to do.
No doubt about it.
They did exactly what they needed to do, and they got to play better on defense though. The Raptors have to play better on defense, but they got contributions from everybody on the team, which is what it's going to take in order for them to win this series. If they have a prayer of even getting to Game 7, because I believe Klay's coming back for Game 4. If they have a prayer of winning Game 7, you're going to need Norman Powell. You're going to need Siakam. You're going to need Van Fleet. You're going to need Kyle Lowry. You need to play like you played yesterday, not the first two games. The first two games he combined for like 20.
Absolutely.
That's not going to cut it.
I'm going to tell you something. That's the real playoff Kyle Lowry that combined for 20 in 2 games.
Exactly.
So
but
he did last night.
He goes in and out.
Yeah, that's like a once a series game.
Once a series game. And he's giving us that once a fucking series. Here's the part. Oh, my bad. You done? You got more?
No, I'm just saying Kyle Lowry, he has to play
Marc Gasol.
All
these motherfuckers, man.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to need contributions from every last one of them dudes. It cannot be Kawhi Leonard with 35 and the next dude with 10.
Can't.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to go down in the flames. You're going to go down in flames. So Kyle Lowry, to me, he's supposed to be the second best player on that team, and he's not. It's really Siakam. He's taking over. But to his credit, I'm not gonna shit on it. Kyle Lowry came in and he played really well. He hit big shots in big moments when they needed baskets, and he hit threes. You know what I'm saying?
That was the biggest deal right there.
Yeah, and he hit threes.
Wide open fucking threes.
Exactly, what you're supposed to hit. But they're going to need that. They're going to need that the entire series. But Klay, hey, this is as vulnerable as Golden State is going to get. Mm-hmm. It's as vulnerable as they're going to get.
Injuries.
Hey, I've been talking to people all day about this. Golden State has been benefiting from injured teams for the last 4 or 5 years.
Not this bad, though.
What?
Not this bad.
What? They won their entire first championship playing a team minus 2 starters.
And then they played
them series.
They played that same team with the 2 starters
and lost
in Game 7 by what, 2 points? A point?
I mean,
but that's still that, and then beat that team.
Yeah,
the next year.
What I'm saying, hey, they've benefited from injuries, is what I'm saying in playoffs. All right, no Kyrie and no K Love the first championship. It was LeBron.
When they lost,
LeBron, and Spider. That's who it was.
Did Cleveland not benefit in that series overall by injury plus suspension? They did.
That was the second.
About a game and a half worth. About a game and a half worth of it.
Right.
That's what it was.
Exactly.
So what's going to happen?
So suspension. All right. And last year, with Chris Paul getting hurt, They benefited from that.
And then they beat their ass this year straight up.
They washed them so real.
But it still went the distance ultimately. It still
and
went
then
the
and
distance.
then that second championship, every team they faced in the Western Conference, all the point guards were hurt. Every last one of them, all the point guards.
But even
were
that,
hurt.
but shit, they hurt too.
Not then. Not during that time they weren't.
But they got.
Not during that time they
when
weren't.
did KD go out?
I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about the second championship.
Oh, you're talking about the second championship, right?
Second championship.
They're pretty much healthy. They were
healthy
healthy everywhere they needed to be.
Exactly. Every team they faced.
But we can say that
hurt.
every playoff year, pretty much. So, the real deal is the fact that this is the most vulnerable we've seen them.
It's the most vulnerable
Period.
that they have ever been. And if you can't put your foot on their throat now, you ain't going to never be able to do it. Steph been sick. Clay.
He was
Yeah.
sick as hell the second game.
Game one, he was sick.
Oh, it was game one. That's right. That's right.
Steph was sick. What's his name? Charmin Ultra. He been gone since the Portland series.
You just refuse to call that man by his name.
I really don't like that dude.
He be buzzing your ass every time you say it.
Yeah, he does. Clay got a bad hammy. Iguodala hurt. I mean,
Iggy hurt.
Kevon Looney.
Looney hurt.
They are as vulnerable as a team can get at this point in the
it's somebody
season.
else too. Oh, and Boogie is ailing. Boogie ain't healthy.
Man, he looked like he was 50 years old last night.
Boogie's not healthy. Boogie's not healthy.
Did you see how people were blowing by him?
Boogie's not healthy. Yeah,
he was
Boogie's
terrible. He was terrible.
He looked worse than Bogut, and Bogut was trash.
I feel bad for him.
Bogut looked better. Yeah, he did look better. But Bogut's healthy. Bogut's healthy, and Bogut lost weight too.
I feel bad for him because this is contract year.
Clay?
No, Boogie. This is contract year.
Yeah, they gave him a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
He's playing for the mid-level exception. He's playing. It's like $5 million.
Yeah. Boogie still gets money though.
Who's gonna?
You're not gonna give him a 5-year deal, but I'll give Boogie 3 years.
3 years what?
Shit, 3 years. I give Boogie 3 years, 80.
Ooh, that's way too much.
No, it's not.
Oh no.
Nah, it's not.
Once big men start getting hurt, they keep getting hurt. I'm not giving you
Boogie's
damn near $30 million a year.
Boogie's still young as a motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
Boogie's still young as a motherfucker.
That's a lot.
What they getting these boys? These 200 balls for 5 years?
Hey, the best ability is availability.
So
and he hadn't been there.
So let's say run of the mill is like for a star player, star-ish player is like 206 years for like a star player, right? Motherfucking half of that is 100. Give me half of that.
I'm saying
I ain't gonna give you the 100
max.
ball.
Max.
Nah.
I'm giving him 60 max.
You just told that motherfucker to fuck off. Go fuck yourself.
60 max.
You just pushed him.
He's bruh, with the injuries, bruh, he's not the same.
Boogie worth it. Boogie worth that.
He's not the same.
Boogie
not
gonna be
the
fine.
same.
Boogie worth it.
Not to take a third of my salary cap. Not to take a third of my
the
salary cap is like 100. I can't give you 30 a year.
He good for 70 then. You would have to meet it halfway on the negotiation too. The high end for that would be 80 because of the injuries and all that. I get it.
I will say this.
He worth 80 healthy.
For healthy, he worth over 100.
I'm just saying from a 3-year standpoint.
Healthy, he's worth well over 100.
Healthy, he worth
now
150 for 5 years.
Exactly, for sure. But right now, I can't give him that. But the worst thing that can happen for the league is for nobody to want to pay him and he go back to Golden State for cookies and ball out and completely that would be the worst thing to happen for the league.
Well, the thing too is money all depending on what these what KD do. KD take his ass over to Brooklyn or New York or whatever they speculate, and I don't give a shit because none of it means anything right now. If he leave and Boogie shows to be 90 to 95% healthy, go ahead and get that man some money, man. Go ahead and get that man some money. And that's kind of what they back. It's like they ain't losing shit by keeping him. It's one of the best plays. It's almost like Christmas just kept coming for their front office, dog.
Oh,
Shit was
man.
so crazy because they did all the hard work up front.
Yeah, they did.
They did all the hard. They went on the small.
They drafted well.
They went on the small kid that the draft speculators were talking this and that about with Steph
With fragile ankles, who was getting hurt earlier.
and this is a fact. That was very true. That was a big fucking concern.
And didn't nobody know who Clay was?
No, that motherfucker played in Washington State.
Nobody knew
I
who
don't watch
Clay was.
Washington State.
Nobody knows who Washington
Just
State
keep it in a
is.
buck. I don't watch Washington State, cuz.
Draymond Green. Who was checking for Draymond Green? Nobody.
You know what
Nobody
I said?
was checking for Draymond
I said,
Green.
man, Draymond best bet is gonna be one of these countries. He will end up in Lithuania and play fucking well.
I'm telling you, Bob Myers and Jerry West built that squad. You know what I'm saying? They built that
good
squad
input
well.
with Mark Jackson, I'm sure, but
Oh,
at the
for
same
sure,
time,
for sure. Not to leave him out.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
you know,
Yeah,
Jerry West knows.
West a motherfucker, man.
Jerry West.
He just
and
know
Bob
people
Myers,
that can play ball.
Hey,
That's what he know.
And that's why, as a Laker fan, I'm scared of the Clippers. That's why, because Jerry West knows what he's doing.
Jerry West might get KD over there, dog.
You see what I'm saying? Jerry West knows what he's doing.
Jerry West always knew it. Fuck Phil Jackson. Jerry West been the best mind of basketball for better part.
Phil Jackson needs to be on the court. If he's gonna participate, he needs to be on the court.
Yeah.
He sucks. He sucks in the front office.
Everything he did as what was that, president, GM? What was that? It was a president.
Yeah.
Everything he did as president should have been on a sitcom.
I get half of that is what's the owner's name?
Dolan. Fuck
Yeah.
Dolan. I
Yeah.
fucking hate him.
James Dolan. Half of that was his fault because he kind of forced him to. He overpaid him to take that job. Phil didn't want it.
He didn't want to do shit.
He didn't want to. He didn't want the job.
He just wanted to raise his farm graze fucking
He
bison.
wanted
in
to go
Montana.
fly fishing in Montana.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do.
Literally.
And
have his
James
girlfriend
Dolan,
come over on the weekends.
And
Then he
James
wanted to do
Dolan
shit.
shoved so much money in his face to where Phil Jackson was like, "Okay,
Oh, I forgot how much.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot if I don't take the money."
They paying him like $80 million or something stupid.
Something stupid.
Yeah, it was like 11 or 12 a year.
They put so much for him to be sleep on the sideline.
That motherfucker left his name tag on the desk and everything. He just walked out.
When the last time you seen a rookie that says, "I'm just not gonna go to my exit meeting"? When the last time you seen
Who
that?
did that?
Porzingis. Porzingis was just like, "Bloop, nope, I ain't coming."
Dolan, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Dolan.
But yeah.
But back to the series. We get what it is. Toronto took care of what they were supposed to.
They did what they were supposed to.
did
If
what
they
they
lost
were
that
supposed
game, it was they were gonna get
I
swept.
gave they ass the Pelosi clap when they won.
You did what you were supposed to do.
fucking do.
I'm not mad at it. They did what they were supposed to do.
So coin flip.
You have to.
Let's get. I don't know. I don't know how well Clay's leg is gonna feel, but apparently it's gonna be well enough to play. Because if he wasn't playing, they'd announce it today. They're doing evaluations apparently because they said KD ain't playing.
Yeah.
Clay was game time ish yesterday, so I'm pretty sure it's just running this course, and they got whatever routine on his leg. You know how they do it, hyperbolic chamber shit. I don't know, whatever technology they're using to get guys back. As long as the hamstring getting tore and it's strained, you can kind of treat that, and even in game.
That hand me dangerous though, bro. That hand me dangerous.
I agree.
Because they need him on both ends.
Well,
They don't need you to just spot up. They need him on both ends.
Well, and I'll dare to this point, put his ass on Kyle Lowry. Because truth be told, Kyle Lowry ain't the most athletic motherfucker. He ain't just blowing past nobody. Let him stay on Kyle with a little bit of stuff too and wear Kyle ass down.
Yeah.
Kyle get a hand in his face, he's not going to shoot nearly as much. He'll rather pump fake drive and then try to make a play. The biggest thing is Gasol don't be needing to hit shit. Gasol don't need to hit shit. Go ahead and let Kawhi wear himself out.
So you're gonna put Draymond Green on Siakam. Let him hold Siakam.
Essentially, yeah. Or
Yeah.
rotate fouls out between Bell and McKinney and these other young athletic motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Y'all beat each other. Y'all young motherfuckers go over there, fight, and beat each other up.
Toronto, man.
Because Siakam don't have no real game.
This is so critical right here, man. They need to put their foot on their throat, man. Golly,
it's one foot that's going to try to do it. It's only Kawhi's foot, well, his hand.
Hey, and you know what? Forget about the stat sheet. Throw the stat sheet in the trash. Yeah. Kawhi ain't even got off yet. I know the stat sheet says he has, but he hasn't. No. Kawhi ain't even had that game yet.
His leg's still jacked up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Putting up. He put up the most quiet 30 game. I said that in the group chat.
But Simp solidified it with the free throw attempts.
Yeah.
It's the free throw attempts. If you got a motherfucker that put up 6 to 8 points every quarter, I done went to the line once or twice. I hit a couple 2-pointers. And then going to the next quarter. I'm going to do the shit again. Then we'll go to the next quarter.
James Harden.
I might hit a 3. All right, I hit 2 threes. It's like
James Harden does that. He go to the foul line more than anybody.
Kawhi get a lot of touches to make him that active and keep his keep the points. But and not saying he don't know what to do with the fucking ball. He know what to do, but his legs are not there.
What's what else is impressive is that he'll grab like 13, 14
rebounds. Yeah, he stays active doing other shit.
Yeah,
here's gonna be the long short version of all of this. You got an 85. Let's say you got an 85% Clay. I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't know how his leg feel.
Yeah.
Well, let's say you got a pretty healthy fucking hamstring out of him. Defensively, he's going to wear motherfuckers down. Primarily, it's going to be to Leonard and I'll say Kyle. Or even Danny Green's not going to get shots like that.
I was going to say we had a Danny Green sighting. Finally. Welcome.
I don't trust this shit happening twice.
Welcome.
I don't trust this shit happening twice.
Welcome to the series. Hey.
Welcome to the playoffs, nigga.
You and Serge Ibaka. Welcome.
Same concept.
Because he had like a game and a half in the Milwaukee series.
Serge got like 6 blocks, something crazy last night.
Welcome.
A lot of activity that
they're gonna need. They're gonna need all of that, bro. They're gonna need all of that.
Here's where and that's my point. Where it opens up at is when Clay is moving around. It wears all that other shit out. You ain't got the energy to do all that no more. That motherfucker's pulling up on you. He's going to the hole. He's making the defense work mentally and physically. Nobody, Cook can't do that. And maybe he can in practice. In game, they not checking for Cook. In game, they not checking for McKinney. If these boys ain't hitting no wide open shots, they fuck.
Right.
Clay got to give you. Clay fucking around be done gave you 20-25 with this hamstring and his lights out.
Game 4 prediction.
Clay go give you 20-25 because he had pretty good rest. I'm just gauging it off his hamstring being solid. Solid enough to get out there and play and hurry up and get back to resting that motherfucker immediately. I'm going to say that Toronto shot they wide. These motherfuckers might not score 90. And Golden State put up about $105, $110.
So you saying Golden State gonna win Game 4?
Game 4 win by about 15. Return the favor. That's what I say. And I say that I don't trust Toronto. I don't trust y'all, man. Y'all here off.
I kind of don't either.
Y'all here off of a 4-bounce fucking shot. That's why y'all here, dog. I don't trust y'all.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. Luck is,
No, not at all. But I don't trust y'all. Cause guess what? The guy that hit that shot, a motherfucker limped off the court that night. The rest of y'all wasn't shit that game.
Yeah.
That man ain't got it. Like you said, he ain't got all his legs. He just know how to create shots and opportunities to score. You need a lot more than that, though.
You need a lot more.
So I can't speak for the whole series, but I'll say series gets tied up. Kyle Lowry's not going to get them open shots like that. Period. First of all. Because you got a Clay, you got a motherfucker that know how to switch off. He just know how to play defense.
Isn't that a testament to how cold-blooded Golden State is for them to be gimpy without arguably the best player in the world and the rest of them gimpy, and they still a threat
and y'all
to win.
Still had to shoot lights out in order to beat them.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they kept getting that lead down to like 8, then some weird shit happened, and they'll build momentum and blah, blah, blah. And y'all just running. Y'all playing they bench. The fuck? Y'all playing they bench, dog. And they star still drop 47 on y'all. Y'all not good with defense, man. Y'all not good.
It's just a test. But you know what? They're a great team. You know what I'm saying? They're a great team.
Correct.
You know, watching Clay, I've always said they don't quote unquote need Kevin Durant. When you got Steph, Clay, and Draymond out there, that is a well-oiled machine. That is a well-oiled machine. There is something to be said when you got players that have been playing together that long.
Ball movement.
You know what I'm saying?
Ball movement and other guys sacrificing the role of, all right, let me just do the little shit. Iggy. All right, and bench players, let me do the little shit. Let me hit my open shots. They go ahead, and that's the other part. Iggy plays better defense when Klay Thompson is playing, period. Because they can depend on one another. That just the idea of saying, okay, all right, Iggy, he's on Kawhi at this very particular second coming down court. Kawhi got the ball. Then they run the screen and roll shit. Then I can switch it off to Clay, and I ain't got to worry about Gasol either because that motherfucker's going to pop out, and he going to want to hit the jumper, and he just going to stand right there.
Right.
So then I can also notice while he's standing right there, maybe I could switch off with McKinney, who's over there on Van Fleet, and then I could lock Van Fleet down because Gasol not cutting to the basket. So let me make sure that the other shooter doesn't get a shot.
Right.
Simple shit like that.
Man, They asked Andre Iguodala, I think it was like 2 days ago. It was before Game 3, and they were just like, "What is it that's making you play through pain?" And blah 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 blah. He could have been like, "Oh, it's competitive nature." The generic answer. You know what he said? He said, "I want to do it for Steph." He said that he said he's such a good dude to be around. He said anything to protect his legacy, I'm down for. That is a well-oiled machine.
That's a fucking
that
team,
is
dog.
That's a team.
That's one of the greatest teams we've seen.
You know what I'm saying? That is
down.
a team. That is teams that's been together, that's grown together, that's been through the highs and lows. That is a team. I can't even hate on them. I don't like Golden State at all. I don't like Golden State worth a damn. But that is a team.
So and you know what the real deciding factor I'm gonna call it is the coaching. Steve Kerr know how to make adjustments.
Yeah,
that motherfucker know how to make adjustments.
He's proved that he's a good coach.
It's not only so much adjusting you could do when you playing like 14 men down. There's only so much adjusting you could do. At that point, He's like, we're kind of fucked in some ways, but he keep his cool. Ultimately, he's already adjusting. If they banking on Clay playing, and they obviously let that game skip or let him skip that game for the sake of his, it's just gonna heal faster when it's all said and done. He go get this next game in, ball his ass off. At the very minimum, he's putting pressure on them.
Yeah.
It could be getting free throws, whatever. He put up 15, these motherfuckers in trouble because that just opens up for everybody else.
Yeah. And Toronto, like I said, Toronto has to play better defense because what you can't do is start letting them catch fire and then people like Iggy start busting and then Quinn Cook start busting and then, because once those dudes start busting, and then you got Draymond that came in here, and because he'll pull.
Man, listen.
It's over with.
They motherfucking hands full, man. I don't see Toronto doing it. Defensively, Toronto ain't all that great. Kawhi's really good. Siakam is good weak side. Ibaka can be good weak side, but Siakam is really ran Ibaka's spot.
Danny Green used to be really, really good on defense. He used to be really, really good.
Yeah, that was his moniker before his shot.
Yeah.
Then he got the shot tight. I don't see him getting that shot off like that. They were just wide open.
Yeah.
They were just everybody was wide open, man.
Yeah.
Gasol was wide open for a 3 or 2. And Kyle Lowry had some good shots he created, but he had some wide open fucking threes. Dog, listen. It's gonna be a different game.
And on the other side of the ball, Golden State plays very good defense.
And they had to defend the hell out of Steph, and he still put up 47 points.
Yeah.
So I see that. I just see the Clay thing working out better in their favor. So series tied.
2-2 going back to Toronto.
2-2 going back to Toronto, and then they got to deal with that shit again. So as long as they coming in mostly healthy.
This need to be Game 7 for Toronto. They need to put their foot on their throat. Don't play with them.
I don't see it.
Don't play with them.
I don't see it. I know.
Put your foot on you better put your foot on their face while they limping.
Man.
You better
Golden
kick them
State
while they down.
And
you play with them boys, it's a wrap.
And go.
Don't play.
And I hate to say it like this before we move into the hip hop portion of things. Golden State win this championship. They got to win several games to do it, of course. It's going to be one of the greatest championships we've seen. One of the most grinded out championships I've seen.
For sure.
Toronto win this championship, I'm going to wipe that motherfucker away like I did the first San Antonio one. That shit don't count, dog. Because San Antonio won it during their lockout year. They got to like 68 games or some shit.
Yeah.
And then they won the
championship. When they beat the Knicks, that's when they beat the Knicks. Yeah.
Man, fuck out of here.
That was a 55-game schedule, I think. It was
It's a
something
50, yeah, it's a
ridiculously
short-ass schedule.
I was out of.
Fuck outta here.
I remember when
Nobody
they
talks
played
about that
last
championship,
game.
dog. It looks cute when him and David Robinson holding trophies together, but everybody know that was a bullshit ass season. Fuck out of here. You beat Golden State without KD and Clay. Fuck out of here.
I mean, lockout season, somebody had to win. Somebody had to play the game.
I wanted to see, and even thinking about it in that regard, that season was great for the idea of seeing like who was on some bullshit, like Sean Kemp, guys like that. Who got fat? Who didn't take care of their body? Who drank too fucking much? Like you seen this shit on the court.
Kemp,
that year they were playing like 3 nights in a row and shit.
Dog, they had
exhausted,
to.
Yeah.
The season started in like December.
Sean Kemp.
Sean, by the time so late.
By the time Sean Kemp came to Orlando, that boy came out looking like me. You know what I'm saying? That dude.
Sean Kemp couldn't jump no more. It was everything was just.
He was carrying an extra person around. Shit.
Yeah. He was. When he got to Cleveland, he was a little better off. Yeah, worked the weight down. But he still wasn't the same Sean Kemp, dog. That shit was amazing over just a month of burgers.
Granberry, what's up, baby?
So yeah, let's get into some hip hop, man. Shit,
for sure.
Oh man, BG.
Hey man, hip hop portion of the show, man. If you haven't already heard it, Jim Jones put out an album last week, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's called El Capo. If you like that Dipset sound, if you're not a Dipset fan,
that's true.
Cam, Jimmy, Jewels, all of them, then don't even listen to what I'm saying. Don't even worry about it. But if you are a fan of that sound and you are a fan of those dudes, this album is gonna be great for you.
Yeah.
Heatmakers did the entire thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They did the whole album. They did the whole album. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They did the entire album. He didn't bring nobody else in. It was Jimmy and Heatmakers. Everything was good about that project. The rapping was good. The beats were good. The feature. They got Mano off.
Yep.
Mano.
They sure did.
Hey, when the last time you've just looked forward to a Mano verse?
And not been often. And not in the same. Not in the last few years. I like his interviews.
And I'm not shitting on Mano.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But even Mano killed. Fred the Godson killed on that Penny on the Summer track. He killed. And yes, not killed, he killed. You know what I'm saying? This is just a good project from front to back. It was that Dipset sound, but here's the thing. He pulled it off without it sounding dated. Right. It didn't sound like 2003. You know what I'm saying? It sounded exactly what Dipset needs to sound like in 2019. They captured that. You know what I'm saying? Very good project. It's easily Jim Jones' best album. Easily.
Man, that's deep. I went through it once and not the full joint.
Yeah.
Got to do it again now.
Yeah, man. It's a good project. Like I said, if you like that sound, you'll love that.
What's coming up on what do you see that's coming up within the near future that folks should keep in mind?
Big Crit just announced today that he has this is like the 9th anniversary of Crit Was Here.
Okay.
He has an album that's coming out. It's called Crit Is Here, and that's coming out July 12th.
Oh shit.
July 12th. I'm a huge Big Crit fan. Went to his concert, met him. I bought the meet and greet package when didn't nobody know who he was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Met him, real humble dude. I'm looking forward to that.
Damn. Okay.
That's coming out July 12th.
Sam just threw it out there. Freddie Gibbs and Mad Lib on June 28th.
Again.
That's the one I'm waiting on.
How dope is that?
That's the one I'm waiting on.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, boys doing that formula, teaming up with that producer that you got that Yeah, because
That's good that you
didn't they
got your
do
chemistry with.
didn't they do Pinata?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
they did Pinata.
They
Which was
did
hard.
do Pinata.
Exactly, which was hard. You know what I'm saying? Get with that producer that you got that chemistry with. Knock it out, bro. That shit is working.
Cause from the last show we were kind of going
working.
through just we was just working some ironing out some shit back in the studio, this and that, and you mentioned the Currency Static Selector joint. I went back to that this week.
Yes, sir.
I listened to that shit like 6 times in
Yes,
one day.
sir. I'm telling you.
I love when Static hook up with just pure fucking organic lyricists.
Yes, sir.
And the ones that are, still really like it's they style. They don't give a fuck about radio. They not thinking about none of
I'm
this
telling
shit.
you.
Them be the best combinations.
The
Them be
Blue
the
and
best.
Exiles,
Yeah.
Apollo Brown and Sky Zoo. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like
Royce and Preem.
exactly.
fucking
I'm
Preem.
telling you, more and more people are following that formula, and that shit
Yeah.
works.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
It does. And not again. None of this is for spins on your shit on the platforms. They don't give a shit
Nah.
about that. But they go get that, they go get paid that top dollar for them shows.
Yeah.
They go sell them tickets.
Yeah.
They go pack that house out. Speaking of tickets, concert coming. 2 old school concerts are coming up. Now one is more recent. This is more fun and humorous and having a great time. It's on August 2nd. Fucking Sir Mix-a-Lot, MC Hammer. Like, I swear to God, dog. It's one of these, like, on some fun music type shit, man. I'm trying to think about
Sir Mix-a-Lot and MC Hammer.
I think Sir Mix-a-Lot, MC Hammer, fucking Luke, and Anderson .Paak actually here next week.
I like Anderson
Yeah,
.Paak.
he here.
He's dope.
He made up for that last misstep. Well, I thought Oxnard was all right. People didn't like it.
No, it was all right. It
Yeah.
was just all right. He just tried something different.
No, but
He's
here's
gonna
the,
keep doing that though.
nah, but here's the thing. People get when you have an album like Malibu,
Man,
when you put out like a classic,
that shit is a classic.
people judge
classic,
your
bro.
next joint real harsh.
Yeah,
They judge it real harsh.
Absolutely.
Oxnard wasn't that bad, but this one right here is
it picked up.
It's super dope.
It seemed like it picked up right where it left off. But that shit,
Hey, fun fact.
I'm listening. I'm pulling up that concert too.
You've
while
heard
you
that you've heard that song by Anderson .Paak called "Do You Wanna Make It Better"? Have you that single?
Oh,
you ever
for
heard
sure.
that?
Yeah.
Did you know that Alchemist did that beat?
Oh.
Alchemist,
Fucking of course he did.
Mobb Deep, Griselda, fucking Alchemist
But
did
see,
that beat.
Okay. Since we there, that's the other DJ that cats need to that they keep tucked in, but it's only those real fucking pure organic
Yeah.
artists.
Yeah,
Well,
but Alchemist, like Griselda, Benny the Butcher, Conway,
he's
fucking
been doing a bunch
West
of shit
Side
with,
Gun, and Mobb Deep. Alchemist made that beat.
Action Bronson.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. He about due for one. Yeah, well, White
Rick-
Horse is still he's probably still working White Horse right now.
White Horse is pretty jamming.
I like all
It's
all
pretty-
action. I can listen to an action catalog, and that's just my day at work. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. I don't care.
Rick Ross has pretty much said that Port of Miami 2 is finished. Waiting on that to drop.
That should be good. That should be really good. Cause he pulls out tricks. That
Yeah.
motherfucker know how to pull a stunt on you several
Yeah.
times in one album.
Yeah.
Dog, Ross be on some shit. I still don't think Ross is appreciated enough, but that's just me. All right.
He has probably the best year for beats ever.
Okay. 2 Live Crew, MC Hammer. Shit, man. I just saw who else? Sir Mix-a-Lot. And this is all like August 2nd. It's at the Toyota joint. It's just one of them old school concerts, man.
I can never shit on MC Hammer. The very first concert that I ever went to in my life, I was 8 years old, and my Uncle Michael took me to see
Kid and
took
Play. It's Kid and Play. That's
he
who
took-
else.
my
Fucking
uncle.
Kid
My
and
uncle.
Play.
Shout out to my Uncle Michael. He took
Man.
me to see MC Hammer, Boys to Men, and Jodeci
Damn.
at the Oil Palace.
Dog.
Hey, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That concert was dope. That concert was super dope. Shout out to my Uncle Michael.
Damn, Uncle Mike.
Yeah. MC
He
Hammer.
created
Think
a
about
memory for that kid.
Hey, think about that. This was 1992. MC, Kevin Durant out.
Yeah, they just reiterate now.
Think about that. MC Hammer, Boyz II Men, and Jodeci in 1992. That's top of the line.
First of all, if you can't have fun at an MC Hammer concert, man, and you need to see.
You don't have a pulse.
You need to see somebody about that.
Yeah.
Kid and Play, MC Hammer, Sir Mix-a-Lot, and the 2 Live Crew. This is some of the most fun shit that you can listen to in the late 80s, early 90s.
Kid and Play. It doesn't. I don't know if it gets more fun than Kid and Play.
Man, let me tell you something. House Party 1, 2, and 3
classics
are underrated fucking classics.
They're dope, man. But I was a class act guy.
Or class act. 4 movies that they fucking put out,
classics.
Man. 4 fucking movies, and none of them were. They all fucking hit back to back. Ah, man,
we got to have that conversation. Those underground classics.
He goes Simp. Joel Ortiz EP is tomorrow.
Joel Ortiz, yeah, buddy.
Organic fucking, but he typically falls into like, say like a Apollo Brown type producer. You know what I mean?
He put out a joint last October that was hard. I remember it.
Apollo Brown?
No,
Joel Ortiz.
Joel.
His shit always be hard, but it's just, it just be like, man, if you ain't into that shit, you not gonna really.
Telling you, boy, people be missing out.
But them be the best artists, dog.
But that's why I'm here.
But
that's why I'm here. Exactly. I'm here to tell you.
Because me and Sim could go into it, and then typically we just go into a dolo, but we don't really go into it that much. We don't go into. We can't like dive in. We can't dive in like that. You could dive in like that.
Man, come on, man. There's dope music that's out, man. Get off the Old Town Road, man. There's dope music that's out.
Cause you know what? The Old Town Road shit, it's the same shit like Hammer and them.
I ain't mad at it for that. I ain't mad.
No, it's the same shit. Hammer, like
that's just a Nine Inch Nails song that he put that over.
It is, and you know what? God bless him and 9 Inch Nails and fucking Garth Brooks. Everybody. Enjoy this shit, cause they playing that shit during the NBA game with the Garth Brooks vocal, but they got to pay the
Billy
kid.
Ray Cyrus.
I'm sorry, Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah. My Billy bad. Apologize to all country lovers. I apologize. They got to pay the kid though.
Yeah,
cause them his lyrics.
Yeah.
God bless that child.
I ain't mad at that kid.
Man, listen, he everywhere and anywhere where he could perform that shit, and I love every bit of it, man.
I ain't mad at that kid.
We done seen the likes of the motherfucking Humpty Dance. We done been through Vanilla Ice. Dog, we've seen Domino, the Ghetto. We've seen Domino's guys that hard. Only maybe had like one, and it might not be gimmicky per se, but we seen motherfuckers ain't about to act like when Baby Got Back came on TV, we was like, this some gangster shit. No, this shit was fun, and we saw a booty.
Yeah.
And them booties weren't even that big. We just saw a booty on TV.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Cool. Dog. Everybody was having a good time partying and shit. Cool. Then on the next video, it'd be like the DOC. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Variety, man.
Variety,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
So
that's what it is.
Everything ain't got to be lyrical miracle.
For real. So, he did say, Joel Ortiz, Sim just added on to that. He said it was the Mona Lisa joint with Apollo Brown, and that's what made me think about him. Shit, Spider-Man, go ahead and get ready to take us out of here, man. We're going to shut out this wonderful Sam, Thursday.
Missed you up here, bro.
Man, motherfucking Scalpers Sports Report, man. Back again. Felt more natural this time.
Oh, yeah. We knocked those cobwebs off. We live. We off and running, baby. We off and running, baby.
Exactly. Man, we appreciate everybody that checked us out today. More Jimmy. A lot of people don't remember that this Jim Jones
more Jimmy
went hard.
More Jimmy
off the Dope Man boy.
It's a good ass video.
Yeah, and a dope fucking video. Yeah. Spiders, man, we appreciate you for chiming in with us today.
My pleasure, man.
You got the Michael Scott bobblehead above you, and that's dope.
Shout out to everybody on my Facebook Live, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We coming every Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, but man, we gonna keep you updated. I appreciate y'all, man.
Thank everybody for checking us out. Scalpers Sports Report. Y'all have a great weekend.
For sure.
Peace.